Check out how I went from this to this just because I followed a dream. Okay, so have you ever had some sort of dream that you knew you needed to pursue? You know, like a book you needed to write, or a business you needed to pursue, or maybe a song you needed to write and to sing. So I absolutely believe that everybody has one thing that they know they should be doing, but they're not doing for whatever reason. And it could be because life got in the way, maybe they're just too busy with their current job, too busy dealing with their family, too busy doing with all the little things that come at you in life. But it's kind of in that back burner, that thing that you know you need to do. So I had something that I knew that I needed to do. And it wasn't until after I went through a really bad divorce and kind of, you know, had to change my life completely, that I sat down and I just kind of reevaluated, like, who am I? Who do I want to be? What are my passions? What are the things that I really love? What are the things I really, really want to pursue? And music has kind of always been my passion, has always been the thing that I really love, that I play the piano and I sing. And so for a while, I did play the piano. I would play piano or the keyboard for church every Sunday, so I at least kept that much in my life. But I really wasn't singing because at church, a lot of times, you know how they have their certain people that they get to sing, and I don't know if they ask or if they are asked or whatever, but I never really got to sing. And so I would just go every Sunday, play the piano, play the keyboard or whatever, and that was that. So after this divorce that I had, I kind of sat down, reevaluated my life, and I was like, well, wait a minute, why did I stop singing? Like, when did that happen? When did I stop when did I stop singing? Like, why did I do that? And so I decided that I needed to get back into singing. And so one of the things that my brother actually had mentioned to me, he said, you really should try out for one of those singing competition shows, and that's kind of always been in the back of my mind too, like, oh, that would be neat to do that. And the kind of person that I am, I'm not gonna just go out and start doing something. Like, I have to have a goal, I have to have a deadline, I have to have all these things in place. Otherwise, I'm just, life happens. You just keep doing your life, doing your stuff. But if I don't have something that I need to practice for, that I need to work toward, if I don't have something that I need to work towards, I'm probably not going to do it because there's always something else that's going to come in the way. So I decided I am going to audition for The Voice. I decided I'm going to train, I'm going to work really hard, and I'm going to go and audition for The Voice, and I'm going to blow them away. Okay, so that was my plan, right? Crazy plan. I decided, what are the things that I need to do in order to go to The Voice and have a successful audition? First thing, obviously, I gotta take voice lessons, right? Okay, so voice lessons was obviously the biggest thing. Then the next thing was I have to perform, because singing in your shower or singing in your house, singing by yourself is completely different from singing in front of people. So I'm like, how am I going to get that kind of experience? Well, there's this wonderful thing called the karaoke. You have the microphone is there, the music is there, the band basically, and you have an audience. So I decided I'm going to do karaoke 4 times a week, at the very least 4 times a week. And that was whether I was out of town or whatever was going on. I would make sure that I went and I did karaoke because it was kind of part of my training. That was one of my rules. I got to take voice lessons and practice every day. I got to do karaoke or do some kind of performance, because if you don't perform in front of people, you can't, there's a big learning curve with all that. I was overweight. I mean, when you are depressed and just trying to get through and just try to survive for, several years, it takes a toll on your body. And for me, I love food. I love to eat comfort food. I love it. And so I decided, part of this whole journey, I'm going to lose weight. So I went and I found a weight loss program, and it was hard, but I stuck to it, and I actually lost weight pretty quickly. So I have some before and after pictures that I'm sure I'm going to throw in here somewhere. But um, I was overweight, and it actually really helped me to get to where I wanted to go. So I wanted to make sure that I looked fabulous for this audition, because even though it's The Voice and they have all the coaches there and their little seats turned around or they don't see you, you have to audition in front of somebody who actually does see you. So it's not completely blind. And they do see you. So I wanted to make sure that I looked the part that I wanted to play. So for me, it was, I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be a fabulous singer, and I wanted to look the part too. Of course, I had to do my homework, so I started watching The Voice, which I hadn't been watching. So I was like, I didn't really know much about it. I just knew, okay, they're all sitting in their little chairs, backs are turned, and then they hear your beautiful voice, and they turn around and they want you on their team, right? So that's about all I knew. So I started watching it because I wanted to see who was on there, what kind of people were on there, and what kind of stories they had. And then later on, I was actually able to meet some of the people who were contestants on the show. And they have some pretty awesome stories too that I got to find out. And so I got some tips from them. I got to meet several of the contestants. It was really cool when they came through Arizona for their concerts and stuff. So I got to see them too, which was really cool. Okay, and then the other thing that I knew that I needed to work on was my brain, because one of the things I think is so interesting is that your mind can really make or break you. So you see all the successful people. I mean, they're always talking about how they're motivated, how they don't want to surround themselves with people who are negative. I want to, make my business completely go off the charts. That's a mindset. That's a mindset. They believe that they can, and they do. So it's like, it's crazy. So of course, if you believe that you can, you are going to work as hard as you can to do that, and you are going to get there. I'm working on, getting back on track with my dreams. And this is actually part of it. So just doing this whole YouTube channel because I want to share my story. One, because I want to motivate you to whatever thing that you're not doing, you need to start doing it, because we need you to do it. we need whatever it is that you're not doing. We need you to do it. And you need to do it because you need to feel more fulfilled in your life. It will make you so much happier. Yes, you're going to go through, you might have some tears, it'll be super frustrating, but once you get through all of that craziness, you feel so much better about yourself. It will change you, and it will change you for the better. And that is really why I'm here to share my story, because I hope that it will help you, motivate you to do the things that you're not doing, and I hope it'll motivate myself to start working on some of the things again that I know that I need to get back on track on. When I did my performances, so I did karaoke, and I would take advantage of any performance that I could take advantage of. So of course I shared some of my adventures of going to audition for The Voice with my coworkers. So I actually got asked to sing at our Christmas party, which was a huge honor, and I really enjoyed it. I had a great time doing that. I also performed at a nursing home, and that was a gig that my voice teacher got for me. So not just me, it was me and two other students of his. So we had a little band. I played the piano, and we had one girl who was really good at the bass guitar. She played the bass, and then we had another guy who played the guitar. So we got to kind of do some solos, and we got to kind of play as a band. That was really cool too. And then I got to sing at church. So it just kind of going on this journey helped me to be a little bit more assertive in certain things. And I shared my journey, and I shared that I was singing. And so I asked, hey, can I sing at church? And they said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I got to sing at church too. So it's kind of funny how you go through and you, especially like with church, because I was playing keyboard and piano, and I never even thought like, hey, can I sing a song too? And I never even thought to ask. So sometimes you just have to ask. So when you are trying to get the motivation to do one of these crazy endeavors, follow one of your dreams, it's always good to find other people who can kind of talk about your mindset and talk about some of the research that's been done. I started reading books. I started reading a lot of books, and okay, I guess I kind of cheated because I really didn't have the time to sit down and read a lot of books, so I listened to them on Audible. I love Audible. So pretty much if there was a book that was on Audible, I would definitely listen to it. I would listen to it in the car. When I wasn't practicing in the car, I would listen to it in the car, or I would listen to it just on my phone. Sometimes I had, my job, I was able to kind of listen to stuff sometimes, doing mundane tasks, or, just at home, like if you're cleaning or doing whatever you're doing, I was able to listen to a lot of books. So I listened to several books, so I'm going to talk about some of those. It's just a really good thing to seek out the wisdom that other people have found. And there's so many books, and there's so many people who have a lot of really great things to say, especially about your mind, and how, if you believe that you can do something, it will change your life. Like, it will really change your life. It will help you to grow. It will help you get to whatever goal that you have. It really will. So it's really all about your mindset. So that's where I'm here to just motivate you. I know that you have something that you're supposed to do, and I really want to encourage you to just start thinking about it. Start thinking about the steps. What is your next step? What is your first step to start running after your dream, to start going after the thing? Even crawl. Start crawling first. Start crawling after your dream first. You're going a step in the right direction. Whatever it is. So I just want to encourage you, think about that. Think about one thing that you can do this week to work on crawling toward your dream. If you did, I would love to hear from you. If you just want to tell me, hey, this is what I'm going to do this week, I want to hear it, because I'm going to check in on you. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see what you're working on. Okay, so if you liked my video today, I really want you to subscribe, because every week I'm going to post at least one video where I'm going to talk about my journey, and I'm hoping that it will help you with your journey, because I'm going to talk about different principles to help you on your journey to crawl towards your dreams.